I'm going to show you how I actually present when I actually meet business owners for social media marketing, digital marketing agency, Facebook advertising, basically the same thing. So when I present the program, the product, the service itself, the first thing you want to do is always prepare yourself. If you're not prepared and you're all over the place, it just shows that confidence. You're not prepared. You don't seem like a professional. So it brings a lot of doubt and uncertainty to the business owner. So my number one thing is always prepare. It might be a no-brainer, but you'll be very surprised. You want to always do research about the competition. Let's just say the one that you're looking for is Maxillofacial, and that's the city that that person is. So I'll just do research on what kind of reviews they have, if they have Facebook Pixel, the 9 yards, very simple. I'll look at the competition. I'll go to a website like this. But the thing is, you can actually see that I have an ad right over here. You can look at the past ads they have run as well. If you want to look at the details, you can look at the details, learn more. It's going to show you exactly the landing page that they take to the consumer. So you can actually even check the competition very, very easily doing this. And obviously you want to do research showing that you're very prepared. I also want to show them that the power of the internet. So I like to go Google Trends. And let's just say I'm just doing the same thing, maxillofacial. Oral surgery. That's the terminology I'm looking at it. But let's just get really specific. Let's just go Oregon. That's the place that I'm searching for, right? Now it's being very, very specific, right? So it's not, oh, don't worry. You can make it very simple. Now this just shows you how very specific it is. Now, if I'm a person, I want to check out the past 7 days so I can show the business owner the past 7 days how many people I searched it. So you can see a frequency, about 100 search maxillofacial Oregon at 3 a.m. And that's not it, because they have 29 at 1 p.m. 30, another 30 sets by the hour. So we can safe to say almost 300 plus people within 24-hour frame was actually searching this term. So one of the questions you want to ask to the business owner is, Dr. Johnson, Dr. Williams, did you realize that over 300 people was searching this terminology in the past 24 hours? Or you can even go past the 30 days. This is how many people are looking at it the past 30 days. Were you aware that, do you know how many people that actually searched come through your way? And most of them will say, well, I don't know. Well, what if I told you you can actually track that using our system? What if I told you out of the 100, we can bring about at least 10 of them? And if they say, well, I never thought of doing internet marketing. Well, did you know that you're actually losing money on the table by not actually doing that? Let's just say if you spend $1,000 and you were getting $4,000 back, that shouldn't be a no-brainer. Wouldn't it be, doctor? And they almost say, like, shoot, tell me more about what do you have to offer. And this is basically the presentation, the meat and bone, what you guys probably wanted to see. So it's very simple. I'll just go to Google Slides, and it's just a template that I used, nothing really special. So I just put my name. I talked about the statistics of that they have to consider about social media marketing, that 2 years ago people spent about $16 billion just on Facebook advertising. Now it's about $431 billion on advertising. It's 27 times the past 2 years just doing that. So imagine what it can happen in the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, as more people are actually globally using Facebook. And Facebook is a huge tool because about 1.6 billion users are on it. That means over 1/6 of the world have access to Facebook. Now this year alone, they're expected to have another 26% increase. Now, this study was based on 2017, so it's a little bit outdated, but you can just use it to your advantage. On Facebook, desktop ads I have an 8.1 higher click rates, and mobile ads have actually a 9.1 higher rates compared to normal web advertising. So this is very, very huge, especially if you have business owners that use advertising in the past. The one thing that you always want to do is tell them all you're doing is moving money that they're already spending into Facebook advertisement. That's all it is. It's like, doctor, I'm not asking for more money or less money. I'm just asking for the same exact money. But if it's the same or even less, it should be a no-brainer, right? I mean, you always want to tie them down as much as you could. And these are the websites that actually explains all these statistics. So if they say, well, what website did you get it? One of them is .org, so it's very reliable, can rely on. So this one right over here. Now, if you want to reach 1,000 people, there's a lot of traditional ways you can do it. Newspapers, magazines, radio, cable TV, Google AdWords, LinkedIn ads, Facebook ads. You can just spend 25 cents and reach out over 1,000 people. You can show them the economics of how it's going to save them money, but also bring them a lot of clients at the same time. The opportunity cost they're going to have. Now, this is the value ladder. Now, I'm just using this specific for dentists. So first, they probably want to charge something like teeth whitening. And people, once they see a dentist, they don't really look to change a dentist every month or every single year. They tend to stick with that one specific dentist, especially if they have history of it. So doctor's dentist is a great way to explain the value ladder, saying that, hey, doctor, when you have a patient, it's a lifetime relationship that you have rather than a one-time thing. So you tend to charge something a little bit low ticket at first, then you become medium ticket. Then when you go to cosmetics, it become a high ticket with over 10 grand. You just show them that you're building a long-term relationship, and these customers are for life, and once they spend money, they're going to spend more money and more money, or stay in the similar area. So they're going to have consistent income as you bring more consistent clients to it. Basically the same thing, but this is more customized to the business owner, asking them how many people visit to their dentist practice, especially new patients. How many times do they visit per month? What's the average price that they spend when they come to the door? How long does the typical client stay with you? Very basic questions. Now, you just want to show a mock advertisement. Basically, you want to take a screenshot or whatever, and I'll show you how. I don't know how you do in Apple, but if you want to do with the Windows, all I basically do is the Windows and G button, and I click this. Let's take to the screenshot, and I believe this one is the screenshot. So I'll basically make a mock advertisement and I crop it. And this is basically how I got the image when I did the Facebook advertisement. And utilize that if you're wondering how I got that image. And you can feel free to steal it. If you're showing this to a dentist, you want to say, hey, attention city. So you want to grab some attention right over here and who the demographic is. Now, the Academy of General Dentistry recommends checkup twice a year. Did you get yours? If not, you're probably suffering at least one of the following and don't even know it. Cavities, gum disease, plaque, tooth decay. Giving away 50 free dental checkups. Let us help you detect dental problems early to save you unnecessary discomfort for time, money down the line. Click the link below. So there's a lot of things going on here, but let me just simplify it. One is that you're actually grabbing the attention of the demographic. Like I just said earlier before, you're actually having social proof. The Academy of General Dentistry recommends checkups twice a year. So it's not something that people can argue with, just like annual checkup. It's considered common sense. You got to do it once a year. They don't want to feel like they're missing out of the 50. Build some urgency to it as well. That means that it's very limited. Also, the pain that some of the people might be going through, especially if they haven't gone to the dentistry in twice a year. And sometimes you want to use languages of the business owner or things that some of the business owners think. I always say in this page, well, doctor, sometimes it's good to do an advertisement, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's our job to just remind them they just need to see a dentist. Wouldn't you agree? And they'll be like, wow, yeah. Sometimes I just need to be reminded I'm a human being, or people just need to be reminded of their everyday life. So 7 and 8 is basically you just want to show your landing page, how this is an example of a landing page. It's going to be, they're going to fill out their information, their email, so they can get qualified. And right over here is you can show them the thank you page. You're almost there. Schedule's limited, so call us and book your appointment. All vouchers must be redeemed within 14 days. So when they go through the thank you page, they have within 14-day window to actually book an appointment with a doctor to get this voucher validated. So it gives a lot of urgency, gives a lot of validation, also gives a lot of requires a lot of action from the customer base. Nonetheless, it's very important for the office to reach out to them, so it works bulletproof when the clients actually sign up. So you want to show them the evaluation of what it is that Facebook, it just gives you a high volume that 1/6 of the world are actually using Facebook, and reach more interactions more than any other advertisements out there, and you can read potential patients. Create a content strategy that works compared to traditional advertisement on radio, and basically you just can do that. And I always tell them to ask some questions that may have, so they can get out the way. If you guys haven't worked with a dentist, it's really important to understand the mindset, or just the business owner. You want to study their niche. You want to study what's going on with the clients, what some things that particular business owner within that niche is facing. And once you gather some information, typical information that they might have, or if you had a conversation with them doing cold calling, I recommend anyone to do cold calling. It just basically does that. But this is really how it is. I mean, my first client that I ever got, this is all I really did. The only difference I probably did is page 7 and 8 is actually I made a landing page customized to the doctor that I'm presenting to. So you actually want to show a landing page that you actually made with the doctor's practice and the doctor's logo right over there. Instead of Jonesboro Dental, you just want to customize it just so it shows that you're serious. You already made some website. You're kind of committed. You're deep in the game. So yeah, you can do something like this and just give the ability for people to look at it. Obviously, when you start off, now they might have some questions saying, well, what kind of experience have you had, or what have your clients had typically results have gotten. So when I first got my first client, I said, well, to tell you the truth, doctor, I actually have no experience, nothing. Here, I just want to make a win-win situation for you. I want to run your advertisements for a week and a half, nothing out of pocket. The only thing you have to do is pay the advertisements, and I'll run it for you. And if you like what you saw, we'll do business. If you don't, we'll just shake hands and walk away from there. But this is something that we can potentially help your business and make more money by just utilizing money that you're already using, the money that you're already using advertising, and moving to an online basis. That's all it is. So don't be discouraged. It takes a lot of time, but this was literally all I showed. You can customize however you want, but this is the basic that I did. Hopefully it helped.